Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. For those that haven't seen the Sarcasm City Sports Q&As before, it's where you lot in the comment section, the citizens of the city of Sarcasm, run the show. So get your sporting questions in. Can be football, can be basketball, boxing, whatever you want to ask about, get your questions in. Large up to everyone who's saying big up as well. I will get to all the comments, but get your questions in. Of course, if you're a member of the channel as well, link for the membership is in the pinned comment. Your comments, your questions take priority like a super chat. So if you are a member of the channel, I will star your question and I will get to it, even if it's 5, 10, 15 minutes after you've asked it. Of course, if you super chat as well, that's another surefire way to make sure your question gets answered. But if you are a non-member or if you are a non-member or you it's a non-super chat, I will star it if it is a great question as well. As you see from as you can see from the title, Newcastle thrash PSG in the Champions League. Manchester City win away at Leipzig. Apologies on the lateness of the show as well, people. I wasn't being lazy. I wasn't taking a nap. We just shot the Back Again podcast 2 hours. So shout out to troops. Big up King Lou. Shout out to Hassam as well. So the Back Again podcast will probably be out tomorrow. But get those questions in as well. Big up to Stephanie G, who says big up Flawless and the gang. The rest of the gang will be here. Large up Warrior J, who's doing absolutely stellar work with the timestamps. So for everyone that's asking for timestamps in particular on watch-alongs, big up to Warrior J. Tyrell Malacia is expected to return after the upcoming international break. He's been struggling with discomfort in his throat all season. That's from Samuel Luckhurst. I hope he's okay, because that sounds serious. If it's a throat injury, that can be serious business. So I genuinely hope, forget from a footballing perspective, he's okay in general. Big up to Stephen. I see you as well. Warrior J, I will start that question. Pesbian, good to see you in the chat. Says big up Flawless, my guy. Alen says, what a fire username. Says Newcastle proving that the P&P generation is in full effect. All this tech can still get fist up. We'll discuss that further. But yes, I've spoken in depth countless times about how important pace and power is to have. Like, you can have pace and power and tech, or you can have just pace and power. But if you don't have pace and power at the top level of the game, you're not going far. Every team that is successful, any team that has any form of success, has pace and power within their team. Is there exceptions to the rules with certain players? Yes. But even Manchester City, their team is full of pace and power. There's a reason Haaland has the success he has. There's a reason they went and signed Doku. Kevin De Bruyne, even though people don't talk about it, for example, his pace and power. Diaz is just powerful. Like, the list goes on. Eddie says, big up to Flawless, big up you, big up Andy MU as well. Says, yo, big up Flawless and everyone in the chat. Pesbian says, one of the hardest working guys who I follow. Hey, man, much appreciated. And to Warrior J said, who got cooked on the podcast? Hey, you lot got to watch. Can't be giving away the spoilers. Can't be giving away the spoilers. Daniel Doncaster Rovers in the building. I see you. And Andy MU says, yes, Back Again podcast is fire. Glad you lot enjoy it, because Troops did say that because he didn't put out the podcast on Monday, that people were hitting him up like, yo, where's the podcast, etc. But yeah, the Back Again podcast is fire, and there is a playlist for it on the channel as well. DR says, will the Warriors be better or worse this year with CP3? Will they win another chip with Curry? Big up Flawless. I think CP3 definitely improves them, I would say. And bear in mind, my basketball knowledge is limited. But I will ask the rest of the panelists when they join. But in regards to, yes, I think they are better with CP3. And will they win another chip with Curry? Yes, I believe they will. You always have a chance with a Curry. If you have Steph Curry on the court, you got a chance. And then you still got Draymond there, Clay's there. You had CP3 to the mix. It's just that the West is stacked. But will they win another chip? I think they will. I'm not necessarily saying this year, but yes, I think they will win one more. Warrior J, I'll get to yours as well, who says, I want to know the panel's thoughts on Newcastle for PSG 1. Who was the best and worst player in both teams? And if Jez is here, what's his view on Dortmund Milan? When Jez gets here, remind me, Warrior J, but I've started that. But in regards to who was the best player in both teams, I missed the first half, so I can't comment. But from what I've seen in the second half, it just seemed like a very good team performance. No individual stood out for Newcastle. Like, props to Eddie Howe, because he set them up in the right way, picked the perfect lineup, and the team executed the game plan. As for PSG, worst players, all of them. No one covered himself in glory. Probably best I'd say for them, probably the Zaire Emery. And he impressed me when he played against Dortmund as well. And he pre-pause, he caught my eye again. So him, in terms of worst, they were all bad. Donnarumma for the third goal in particular, that kills the game dead. Kills the game dead. Hey, big up to Tori in the cut, says, hey up, lazy bastard. This woman, you see how this Egypt woman gonna come here and call me lazy, you know, and you lot know the work rate. That's the crazy part. You lot know the work rate. Like, I'm a lot of things. Lazy's not one of them. But hey, big up to Victoria every single time as well. Pesbian says, what is Dame doing with that trade? I think he started hitting the crystal after all these years. Pesbian, you don't think it's a good trade for him? I think it's a very good trade. I think it's a very, very good trade. Dame to the Bucks. You know what I'm saying? I think that's an exceptional trade. What are we talking about? That's an exceptional trade for them. You don't think the Bucks are the best team in the East? Yeah, Warrior J, I seen it. You know what I'm saying? Is she a joker? Hey, big up TJ Warren in the cut as well. Large up Flawless in the chat. Hope everyone is good. Make sure you subscribe to his channel as well. And he put hardest work on YouTube. See, man know what time it is. Man know the pattern. You know what I'm saying? But bump up the likes. Bump up the likes. Only at 30. Get your questions in as well. Continue to get your questions in. And there's over 30 people in here. I'm only at 17 likes. Let's bump up the likes, people. What are we doing? Let's bump up the likes. Please share across all the socials as well. And subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV as well. You're a joke. I don't know what you going to say, you comedian. But big up to Victoria as well. Mohammed says, Flawless, what's your thoughts on Onana's performances? He's been shocking this season. I won't go as far to say shocking. I think he was shocking in that game. But do I think he's been shocking overall? No, but it's going to get magnified because it's Onana and he's Manchester United #1. So as a Manchester United player, you're going to be under more scrutiny than you would at most other clubs. I don't think he's been shocking this season. I think he's had some poor moments. At Galatasaray, he was poor. He was at fault for the Bayern Munich in the Bayern Munich game. He was at fault for the third goal against Brighton. That's it. They're the only mistakes I can remember. The Galatasaray game, the Bayern Munich game, the Brighton game. That's it. They're the only ones I can remember. That is just legit it. Yeah, the defense is also bad, Victoria. Yeah, we've been a shot, but yeah, I wouldn't say he's been shocking, no. People try and blame him for I've seen people, and people are going to run jokes in regards to Zaha. That's not his fault. The Zaha goal's not his fault. I've never seen a goalkeeper get criticized so much for not saving a one-on-one. If a goalkeeper saves a one-on-one 9 times out of 10, it's a shocking shot. It's a shocking shot. I'm on, Victoria. This one wants me to answer why I'm on. Just jump on the stream, you joker, about a loudspeaker. You know what I'm saying? But big up to Victoria every single time. But yeah, we have been a shambles at the back. We have been. But yeah, I wouldn't say he's been shocking. I think that's too critical. Well, he's been poor. He has been poor. See what else you lot are saying as well. More questions, you lot. And 24 likes, scales up to 30 likes. Yeah, I don't think Onana's been shocking. Nah, I think that's too harsh. Shocking is he's made, like I said, Galatasaray, Brighton, Bayern Munich. They're the 3 that stick out. People try to get on him for the 1-year goal, and I've seen people try to get on him for the Anderson strike. He's not gone top bins, but he struck it well. That's a defensive issue. That's what that is. What are we doing here? Let's not go overboard. Let's not do that. See what else you lot are saying as well. Warrior J says, Flawless question. If Man United lose to Brentford in a big scoreline, does that change your stance on Ten Hag? It don't change my stance, but it just gives more ammo to the prosecution. And when I say the prosecution, I'm using a court analogy. Because currently the defense is getting thinner and thinner of Ten Hag. Because I'm not defending him because it's shocking, but the evidence is stacking up against you to the point where I want to defend you and I can't. But the reason why I'm not flipping just off that one game, because let's say United had started exceptionally well, top of the group, won both the Champions League games and was flying in the Premier League, I would not be sat here saying we can win the Champions League and we're going to go on and win the Premier League. So, and I said this on the Back Again podcast, certain Manchester United fans have short memories, very, very short memories. Because I remember the conversation less than 12 months ago when this same manager, Erik Ten Hag, and this same group of players added in forgetting the new signings, it was February, March, people were talking about us being in a title race against Manchester City and Pep. And people not only were talking about us title challenging, certain fans were talking about us winning the league. So this manager in less than 12 months has gone in some Manchester United fans' eyes from winning the league against Pep Guardiola to now the players being excellent so basically a title winning team, title winning manager, until now to a manager who should be sacked and all the players are terrible in less than 12 months. What are we doing here? That was February, March 2023. We're now in October 2023. And look at that 180, 181. It's got an extra on the turn. What are we doing here? Let's not do that, man. Let's not do that, people. Let's not do that. Like, people doing too much. It's the same people who are dropping super chats on Battle of the North on Matisse's channel, MUFC Unfiltered podcast, in here calling me negative, saying, why am I not backing the team? Why am I not backing the manager? We can do it. And I was sat there saying, we are not winning no league. And now some of these same people are now saying, I should be Ten Hag out, or the manager needs to be sacked and all the players need to be sold. This is the same manager and same players. So that much football, it ain't even been that much football played to make you do a complete 181. Bear in mind, we had a good end to the season in terms of results. So it's just this short period, just from basically September to October. You can throw in August if you want. Like, what are we doing? So yeah, that's why I've not changed my stance. That's why. Girl said, about court, the outrage I know about court. That's funny. Question, Flawless. Does United survive these first two results and stay in Europe? Includes the possibility of Europa. Great question, TJ. I answered this question on the Back Again podcast, and I answer it again on here. Word to Charlemagne the God. When I say this, word to see the God, because he's one of the legends. The Manchester United get out of this group, yes, but people ain't going to believe me because I'm lying. But here we are. Let that not go over your head. TJ just asked me, do United stay in Europe? And I said, yes. But people ain't going to believe me even though I'm lying. That's my answer to that question. Take from that what you will, people. That's the new one. That's the new one. Hey, larger my guy Eddie every single time. Says, hit that like ASAP. Big up, man. Big up. Pesbian says, which era is coming to an end first, Ten Hag or Pep's? Ten Hag ain't even had an era. What are my minimum expectations for United this season? In terms of just as a football team, just become functional again. Become defensively resilient, defensively solid, tough to beat. Get back to doing the basics. Application. The manager just get back to managing at a competent level, which he can do because he did it last year. And in terms of results, one of the domestic cups, get out of the group stage, get out of the Champions League group stage, go through to the knockout rounds, and in the league, top 6, I'd say. I think the manager messed up in the window, so that's hampered us. So I'd say top 6. That's what I would say. DR. Good question though. Some good questions. Still, some good questions. What season was what? Pell said, huh? I don't know if you've been watching Pels, but go and check. Obviously Drake did Charlemagne in it, and then Charlemagne was like, yo, I'm a part of his rollout, and he's like, people ain't gonna believe me even though I'm lying. So I'm running with that. I'm running with that. Big up to you, pals. Good to see you in the chat. Big up the chat and Flawless. Hey, large up Chic every single time. Real one. Daniel says, problem is you still got to play Bayern and you still got to go to Galatasaray, which will be a hostile ground to you. Hostile ground to play at. Hey, trust me. You know what I'm saying? Trust me. I'm not confident. I'm not even confident for the Brentford game. Never mind going away to Galatasaray or Bayern Munich at home. But we'll cross those two bridges after the international break. That's what we'll do. And Mohammed just said it there. I can't wait for international break next week. I don't have to watch these shit players. I hear you. Trust me. I hear you. Let's see. To Trini Red Devil, who says, I told people Costa is better than Onana. Now look at people now when Onana out. I knew it would happen. In regards to that, I don't know. I didn't know enough about either of them. And I'm still giving Onana a chance to turn it around. He's played 7 league games, 2 Champions League. So he's played, 9 matches? Actually, did he play in the League Cup? Yeah, he did. So he's played, 10, 11 games. I'm giving him more than 10 or 11 games before I say he's not good enough. Has he started? Well, no. But he won't be the first Manchester United goalkeeper to start off a little bit shaky. He won't be the last. De Gea started off like this. People forget that, though. De Gea started off like this. Got dropped. People forget that. got dropped. What are we doing here? Ahmed, why are you asking me questions you know the answer to about Kepa or Onana flawless? Onana, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Oh, yeah. I'm still livid. Sheik, I hear you. Flawless, I'm not going to lie. I'm still not over yesterday. We are fucked. Yes, my head still, I'm disgusted. That's the worst I felt after a defeat since the Sevilla second leg. I'm still livid. Still livid. One of my hair, he's got my hair done. One of my plaits sticking up, but we move. Hey, Warrior J, man, we keep the show rolling. You know the pan. You know the pattern. So far, this is like watching a Mandem podcast, but Q&A style. You already know. You already know what it is. Hey, Pesbian says, yeah, nonsense rumors. Did you hear about the rumor about Rashford leaving 10 minutes after the game before the rest of the squad? No, did not hear about this. What's the rest of this as well? Because I'm sure there was more in regards to the tweet or the article. Like, I've not heard this. This is the first I've heard about this. Let's see. Well, my opinion on Xavi. I can't pronounce your name, my guy. No disrespect. So I don't want to butcher it. That's what it is. What's your opinion on Xavi? I'm a Barca fan, by the way. From what I've seen, I've only watched him a handful of times. I tell a lie, I don't watch La Liga like that. So I've only seen him in the Champs and the Europa League. And they went out of that group with Bayern Munich. He was over Inter Milan and another team. Who was the other team? I can't remember who the other team was. And then got knocked out by us in the Europa League and weren't good against us and weren't good in the Europa League. So I've only seen him in Europe where he wasn't very good. But he did win the league. So there could be something to it. But I don't watch La Liga like that to be given a fair assessment. But in Europe, so far, not good. Let's see what this is. It's selective outrage. It sucks to be losing, but man can't flip a switch and just want to manage it out at the minute things ain't going your way. But Haldane, you know this because we've discussed this, me and you, like on streams before. Oh yeah, and I call Vuvu, right? I call you Vuvu. No, I just didn't want to just butcher your name. But man can't flip a switch and just want the manager out. You know what it's like, man. There's no balance on middle ground. No, especially with the man. It's social media era. I say it all the time. Social media era. There is no middle ground whatsoever. I'm saying either everything's phenomenal, fantastic, and we're going to go and win the Premier League against Pep and Manchester City, or everything's terrible and we're going to finish bottom half and all the players need to be sold and the manager needs to be sacked. There's no middle ground. I wouldn't say selective outrage, but it's very yin or yang. And it's like, I think people let the media make it out to be worse than what it is, not knowing that they have to get clicks and get likes and retweets and things of that nature. Like, of course. So, like, people just gotta relax. That's why I'm not Ten Hag out. Plus, from last season, I know he can turn it around. I genuinely know he can turn it around because I watched him do it last year. Pal says, would you rather be in United or Chelsea's position in terms of rest of the season? I feel like it's hard to answer. It's tough to answer, but yeah, it's tough to answer. Because both managers have big question marks against them, like how good are they? Goalkeeper, Onana started off shaky, you'd say them. Defensively, them. But we can get back defensively. Last season, it was us in terms of who was better. Midfield is definitely them. An attack, two cheeks of the same ass. So it's very tough. Yeah, I can't even answer this, pals. I'm not going to lie. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to lie. I can't answer this. I really don't know. I'm unsure. Really unsure. To Eric Ten Laden's hilarious name. Says, even when Ten Hag has all or most players fit, he still wants to put square pegs in round holes as he did last season. Here's the thing is, him putting square pegs in round holes last season works because it can work. If you have a functioning system, you can move 2 or 3 players and have them out of position and make it work. You don't necessarily need to have a left back playing left back if you do have injuries or you're trying to do a specific something in a certain game or you're trying to approach it from a tactical standpoint in a certain game. With everybody fit, we haven't seen it yet, so I don't know. I think the pennies dropped for him, though, that he can't play Bruno and Mount in the same midfield because they were both available alongside Casemiro, and he played Hannibal and played Bruno wide right. Like, I could have told him from the jump that Mount Bruno midfield was never going to work with whoever you want to play alongside them. But I think that penny's dropped. But now the problem he has is one of them's not going to play because you've got Anthony, who's this guy who plays right wing. You've got Bruno, who's his captain. Mounts is signing. Casemiro's is signing. Somebody, and you can sign Amrabat. Somebody got to miss out. There's no way you can shoehorn all. There's no way you can shoehorn all of those players into a team, even if you go to a back three. There's no way. So somebody's going to miss out. You got decisions to make once somebody's available. You got big decisions to make once somebody's available, once everybody's available. And it's going to be interesting. But I could have told him that. I said it all summer long. Mount's an awful signing. Don't sign him. Not only do I not think he's a good player, he also don't fit. Don't get it. Hey, big up Ahmed in the cut as well. Yes, family. What are you saying?
What are you saying, man? Hope you're doing good, bro. Hope you're doing well, man. That's what matters.
You already know, fam. You already know. You lot make sure you subscribe to the Bridge 258 as well. Continue to get your questions in to V1. And this is a classic example, Haldane, of what you were just talking about. And you just put another comment. And you're my guy because you and Sheik and others are like, I know when I'm going too far when you lot say something. Because you lot are fairly level-headed like I am. But this is V1 bigger for the super chat because you're my guy. You know this. I miss Ollie football and being 28 games unbeaten away. So you miss all of the rest. So that's what you miss. But you're not going to factor in everything else Ollie did.
Ollie's out the wheel.
Rival fans. You're going to forget that. So we just going to forget getting packed 5-0 at home against Liverpool. We're just going to bypass that or getting bucked 2-0 by City or 4-1 by Watford. Or bringing back Cristiano Ronaldo, or signing Dan James, or signing Harry Maguire and making him captain, or playing Maguire next to Lindelof, or consistently playing Luke Shaw. Are we just gonna forget about these things?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Are we gonna wait before we continue? No. Let me just go off. We're gonna forget about that going out of the cup to League 2 Rochdale or League 1 Rochdale, and playing a double pivot at home to Rochdale. Are we just going to bypass this? Are we going to bypass? Not only did he play Pogba in a double pivot against Rochdale in a Carabao Cup game, Pogba was also injured. He was hobbling, walking out the tunnel. We're just going to bypass this. All right. Classic over example. I'm saying you miss a man that can't even get a job in football. But hey, we move. But big up.
What do you mean, bro, man? Like, listen, it's not like you're not getting packed 7-0, like 4-1s, like that.
Yeah, cool. But I'm not here to. Well, if I ask me who's better, I know who's had the most successful stint.
You know. I'm trying.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? But V1 gonna take that. Might take that seriously.
But I'm making. Yeah, but we need to have an honest question though. Like, what are you saying? Like, Kepa or Onana, man?
I said I answered your question already. Onana.
No, I didn't hear you, bro.
Onana all day long.
Okay.
I'm saying I'm not letting 2-3 mistakes in a 10-game period go. Oh no, he's not no good now. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed.
I can't lie to you, man. He might actually be going the Kepa formula. I'll be real to you, bro. I was thinking about it. Yeah, it might be a Kepa situation. The difference is Onana actually has clout. Kepa didn't have clout when we brought him at the time. So, because like the thing with Kepa was, and I always say this, maybe he wasn't a good goal. Maybe he was an average goalkeeper to begin with when we brought him. But the thing that killed him was the confidence, like because he was constantly getting scored and dunked on. And it's the same with my guy Onana. The way he's getting dunked on is crazy, bro. Like, bro, like the Galatasaray third goal, bro. Icardi's goal, bro. How do you explain that, big man? How do you get lobbed from that distance?
Who?
The third goal, the Icardi goal, the one that made it 3-2.
Who got lobbed?
Him.
He didn't get lobbed.
Was it not? I thought it was a lob.
No, you're talking about the first goal. This is a prime example of what I'm talking. That took a deflection.
No, I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about the Zaha goal. I thought
Zaha
Icardi
was the first goal.
No, I'm talking about the third goal. I thought, when Icardi made it 3-2, was that like
it was 1-on-1? Yeah, it was 1-on-1. What's he supposed to do? See, prime example of what I'm talking about, people. All of a sudden, Onana is supposed to save 1-on-1s. Yeah.
No.
Jokes, right.
No. I genuinely, maybe it's just me. But hey,
exactly.
Man,
because too much. Again, people, prime example of what I'm talking about, social media. That goes the low's fault. No, I'm not
talking about Deleu. I'm not talking about Zaha. The Zaha Deleu one. I'm talking about the third goal.
The Icardi one. Yeah. Yes. He was a 1-on-1.
Yeah, man. If you can't do 1-on-1 against Icardi, bro, like that's a wash.
What do you mean 1-on-1,
man? Wash Icardi, man.
Says your guy who got beat by Alanga from 1-on-1. But we move.
Hey, exactly. Alanga did the finesse thing, you know what I'm saying? At least you can. There's like, you can do that analysis.
Let me get to the super chat, man. See, people just.
But every time he's always good. All these goals are just going over him, bro. What's going on? Like,
all right, so what? All right, so let's break it down. What goal that went over him should he have saved?
You know what, man? I can't lie to you, man. The Zaha one he should actually saved, man. I'll be real.
All right, cool. Again, agendas. It took a deflection, but all right, we moved. Okay, we should have saved the deflected shot from 6 yards out.
So you know what, man? In the words of Coach Camps, shout out to Coach Camps. He should have used his head top to save that, man. What's going on?
Yeah, sure. Andy MU, big up for the super chat, says we just watched Dan Burn lock up Mbappe, mad. Hey, big up for the super chat, and we did, even though Mbappe wasn't on his side. Yeah, it was crazy. Like, I don't know what Enrique's doing with that team. I don't know what he's doing, but Andy, big up for the super chat. Appreciate it.
And listen, I'll be real. The Tielemans goal is not even worse because we knew Kepa can't save long shots in it. So I knew he couldn't save long shots. But the thing about Onana is, I don't know what's happened, bro. I felt like Onana was competent when he was I think, yes, he had a few bozo moments. Because I told Flores before, he has like 1 or 2 times where he can be a bit of a twat, right? But like, other than that, I think he was competent most of the time. But, maybe again, it just comes down to maybe, the defense that you've got in front of him doesn't fill him with confidence. And when that happens, particularly with a goalkeeper, if that defense isn't filling with confidence, you're also yourself prone to making mistakes. If you're
it definitely adds to it. But like I said, people like I was talking about this before you went on, people are overdoing it. Like, you're a prime example of that. Like, a deflected shot from 8 yards out and the keeper should save it. Myth. You know what I'm saying? But if that's your goalkeeper, you ain't expecting him to save it. But we move.
Listen, my goalkeeper is 6'4", so I'm expecting him to save it now. I'm not saying he's not 5'8".
I'm gonna hold him to it. You know what I'm saying? All them goals you lot gonna concede over the next seven weeks. Yeah, man, we will be there. 9 weeks, we gonna be there. Yeah, man, trust, man. I'm gonna hold. You know me.
I'm licking my lips at United. I think Chelsea can get a result against United.
That's the only result. That's the only result you get.
When that happens, listen, that 1-0 United, man.
It'll take you from 12th to 10th. Well done. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, hey man, if you ever United.
Hey man, what a trophy for Chelsea, innit? Hey man, you know what I'm saying?
We need it.
Hey, big up Hassan.
Man. We're the next Carabao Cup champions.
Come on, man. Yeah, tell him, man.
Hey, our manager undefeated in that competition. But before we continue, bump up the likes. We're at 42. Now he's lost at Spurs. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? We counting that. Yeah. We counting that. Yes, 100%. We're at 42 likes. Get us up to 60 likes, people. Hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to this Bozo's channel. Ahmed, links underneath in the description. Subscribe to Lewis's channel as well. Continue to get your questions.
You don't need to remind us that our captain is Gallagher. We don't need.
Hey, Captain Connor, man. He put in a
There's no point that needs to be brought up. Like, we talk about the wins. Not that Labrador.
I can't lie to you, man. Gallagher's doing more than Bruno, innit? You know what I'm saying? At least he's not hiding. So
facts.
You know,
I wish, you know what? Hey, don't do that. Don't do that. I wish Bruno hid. I wish he hid. I wish he did the mount thing and had 19 touches. I wish he hid. Please. He has irrational confidence. I wish he hid. I wish he went ghost and did the McTominay. I would love him to do that, please. But hey, notice all the Bruno defenders are quiet now. But you know what? We'll get to that. You know what I'm saying? Same way with the mount stands. But you know, I don't want apologies. Keep your flowers in it. I'm good, people. You know what I'm saying? I'm good on that. I just want to say, yeah. To Trini Red Devil says, flawless, you're not Ten Hag out as of yet, but soon come, brethren, soon come. Definitely could happen. If he carries on like this, I have no choice. 110%. If a manager continues to get bad results, then it's a wrap, innit? Like, of course. And there's managers I've been fans of before him that's like, oh, you had to go. I was a big Mourinho fan. But he had to go. Legit. Who is this? Just seeing who's his house. Oh, this guy, Shane, you can stay behind for a second. Flawless, you're the only one I've seen who's calm, but I was fuming that game against the Turkish team. I wasn't calm, Mohammed. I think you just got here. I said I'm still disgusted by it now. Like, it's the worst defeat. It's the worst I felt after a defeat since Sevilla. It rivals that. Like, it rivals that. It's the worst defeat since that. It's how I felt since then. It was disgusting. From the manager, the players, the whole nine. The build up to it, everything. Legit, disgusting. Yeah.
Flawless, can I ask you a question?
I seen yesterday's review though. They were really few. I think what you guys facing Brentford on Saturday, yeah?
Yes.
I think if you guys drop points, like, that's even more toxic though.
Absolutely. Go on. What are you saying, Ahmed?
Because like I've been hearing a lot about this thing about like we shouldn't sack the manager. We're kind of going into this cycle again and again from a lot of United fans, and I want to hear your thoughts on that because I kind of hear some of the points they're making in the sense that, you know, every manager since basically LVG is the same pattern's been occurring where they'll get something out of the players, they'll get something there, then the players will basically throw them under the bus. Do you think that's a similar situation that's happening here, or like do you think you need to really like, you know, stick with him? No, that's what I'm asking you.
No, that's the pattern. But the thing is, you're then picking these players. You don't have to pick these players. Shout out to Tox. Me and him were speaking. We spoke for like an hour. about an hour, maybe even longer, in regards to the game, just messaging going back and forth in regards to Manchester United, and he was saying the same thing about the players. He continues to pick these players. The fact that Rashford is still out there, even though he's performing poorly, is not Rashford's fault. Rashford is not selecting himself in these lineups. Same way Bruno's not selecting himself in these lineups. Same way Lindelof. Whoever, what player you want to pick. Eventually, the penny has to drop and go. These players are not good enough. He'd get more sympathy from fans if he played like he plays a Hannibal. Even if Hannibal don't play well, it's like, all right, it's something new. Because if Rashford and Bruno got injured, would we replace them, or would we go out there with 9 men? We'd replace them. So play the other players, even if they're not good enough, which genuinely I don't think they are. But it's still running. Canacho's played well as of late when he's played. Why not play him? Mount had one good game, one bad game. Run him back there. Hannibal's played decent when he's given run-outs. I don't think he's had a bad game for us yet. So play him. But that's on the manager. That's why I don't hear the players are bad. These are your guys. This is your team. You've spent enough. This is your, like, what are we doing here? And Pels, I hope I didn't call him the Turkish team. I hope I called him Galatasaray, but if I did, that's crazy.
But yeah, man, just for me, like, I hear everything you're saying, but like, for me, this comes down to what is like making them play these players non-stop now. Like, you got what I'm saying to you? There has to be a reason why. Like, I've been hearing people say they've got like credit in the bank for last season, but I'm like, surely, you know, credit's gonna run out eventually. Even Tuchel last season, yeah, when he had Havertz and Mount playing every single game and we were getting pissed because they weren't providing anything, he eventually decided to do the right thing and drop them at the very least. You know what I'm saying? He dropped one of them at the very least. Like, I don't understand why he's not doing it. That's all I'm saying. Like, eventually, the experience thing, the money in the bank, whatever you want to call it, it needs to stop, bro. At some point,
I think it's just bad decision making. He's just making poor decisions. Like, people, not you, but people have seen people say, oh, he can't drop them because of player politics, or one's the captain and they've got clauses in their contract. Nonsense. Because I've seen these men on the bench before for him. So it's stupidity. He dropped Rashford for being late. So if that's the case, why did he not start? No, you can drop who you want to. He's just making bad decisions. Is pressure getting to him? Yes, I believe it is, because his decisions ain't making no sense. And you don't become a bad manager overnight. I still don't think Ten Hag's a bad manager. I think he's just making terrible decisions. Like, and I believe that is due to, I think the pressure is getting to him. Because I watched you, none of the issues you have are new. I watched you have all of the problems Manchester United have now are all the same problems we had last season, and I seen you deal with them all. So why can you not deal with them now? That's pressure. That's pressure. And it's more of your players out there. You've added Onana, you've added Mount, Hannibal you can throw in the mix, you've added Højlund, and I'm forgetting the signing as well, Amrabat. So you've added to what you already had and got rid of a couple as well. So just revert back to type. I'm saying, to man talking about Onana, of course he's low on confidence. Like, the whole team is. You can see it. You can see the whole team's, apart from Bruno, because he has a rational confidence. He has a rational confidence. Like, he will play the same way if we're 3-0 up or 3-0 down.
2 up, 2 down. You're not saying one up.
Like, I wish, like, when I said, oh, Captain Connor did more than Bruno. I wish that he would hide like Gallagher's been accused of. What are we doing here? Flawless, what's your thoughts on Rashford leaving the stadium and not going to the team talk game after? Is this true? He just left straight away. That goes to, if this is, let's say hypothetically this is true, because I've not heard no sources. Big up Nero though. That shows where his head is at. Because that's unlike him. Because he is Manchester United through and through. Like, it's through and through, like 110%. So
at some point in time, you need to have a conversation with Rashford, bro. Like, you know, I've said this before. Rashford, you know my opinion of him. He's very good when he's hot. He's hot. He will do the stuff that he can do. Yes, he can assist at times as well. But like, for me, I always come down to questioning his football IQ. You know what I'm saying to you, bro? I can't, like, if you was in any other team, bro, Rashford would be a bench player that you bring on to provide that stuff that you want him to do. That's what, honestly, for me, he would be a bench player in like a top team right now. He wouldn't be starting for them.
Yeah, and that's where the manager has to be smart, and he's not in form. Drop him. He's the ultimate confidence player. He is like the definition of confidence player. When he's flying, and when he's not, he's really, really not. Like, he's like the stereotype. I said this before, I'll say this again. He is the stereotypical social media football fan. There's no middle ground. It's either all well and good or it's all real bad. Like, Rashford's form, Rashford is either 8 out of 10 or above or 3 out of 10 or below. There's no middle ground.
He's Dr. Jekyll and
like there's I can't remember the last time I've like watched Rashford like 3-4 times, and I'm like, Rashford's been 5-6 out of 10 the past 2-3 games. He's either 3 out of 10 or below, or 8 out of 10 or above. He needs to find the middle ground. He legit needs to find the middle ground. He really does. Let me get to the super chat as well for V1, who says these goals conceded are not on Ten Hag, it's on his players. He's picking the players. Because when we had a phenomenal defensive record last season, who did we praise, V1? We praised the defenders and we praised the manager. We're not doing that. I don't like how people want to separate blame when it's going bad or when it's going well. And we do this with the owners all the time as well. Manchester United had a good season last season. Nobody praised the Glazers, and rightfully so, fucking crooks. But then when it's going bad, it's blame the Glazers. No. Hold the manager, the coaching staff, and the playing staff accountable. Same way with them players on the pitch. Because we had a phenomenal defensive record last season. We're very in particular at home. One of the, I think maybe the best defensive record at home. I know we were second overall in regards to actual form and points, but I'm talking defensive record. Defensively resilient, defensively resolute, minus barring a couple games. So that's on 10. So that's on 10. Ten Hag got praised, and so did the players. So now Ten Hag receives criticism and receives the players. This thing of he's blameless. Nah. You're the manager. Where does that happen at? No other sport does that happen. Where you have no other job does that happen. Where a team is underperforming and a manager doesn't get any of the blame.
What did I do? What did I do?
What are we doing? Let's not do that.
Why you hate me, Staffy? I didn't do anything, Staffy.
If shout out to Staffy, make sure you lot subscribe to his channel. If you got the team leader at Foot Locker and his team's not performing, she'll receive scrutiny. What we doing here? McDonald's, whatever job you do, the manager's under scrutiny. I've worked in call centers. I've seen managers get butchered. Normally because of my shit work. You know what I'm saying? And that. Normally because we just fucking about, but we move. What are we doing here? Let's not do this, man. I'm tired. Let's not do this.
Don't know what did I do to you, Staffy, man?
Hey, man. Listen.
Yeah, Staffy, what did I do to you, Staffy?
I mean, go ahead and berate Fatter. That's fine, but I didn't do nothing to you, man. You know what I mean?
Well, me, I have to go all the way up to Yorkshire, man. Like,
you don't have to. That's your choice.
Yeah, that's your choice. That's your choice, big man.
Hey, I love the trip, man. It's in the middle of nowhere. Why not?
And to this super chat, because this is just stupidity. But big up to you, V1, for the super chat. Larger Peter in the cut as well. Says, who let the ball drop? Dalot, Varane, or Ten Hag? Varane's not involved. Dalot let it drop. Who played Dalot? Who gave Dalot a new contract? Why is Dalot still here? Dalot is not good enough. He should have been moved on in the summer. You know that, V1. I know that. Anyone with 2 eyes and a brain knows that. He's not good enough. He's been here long enough. Who continues to, he gave him a new deal. Don't give him a new deal. Let him work for free and go and sign a right back. Dalot shouldn't be out there. We know Dalot's not good enough. How many times have we? How many years has he been here? I think Mourinho signed him. I think so. He's been here 2017, 18, something along those lines. Been here 5-6 years, whatever the case may be. Someone correct me in the chat. So no, that is on the manager. But again, V1, you just want to blame the players and alleviate the manager from any blame, which to me makes no sense. What are you saying, Peter? You good?
Hey, man, I don't know why everybody's so upset.
I have no idea either. Oh, man. But yeah, large up Staffy as well in the cut.
Me neither.
Good to see Staffy in the cut.
He can hold that United. He can hold that, man. United.
Hey, Staffy, it's not our fault that we're winning, man. That's why I'm listening.
Unlucky Aki. Unlucky Aki.
Wait, where you at in the table again? Ain't you still below us in the table? Ahmed.
Hey, man,
probably, listen. I don't know.
We're coming.
We're coming for you. We're coming for us.
The words of Booker T, man. We coming for you, nigga.
I support that statement apart from the last word. Or just replace it with cracker.
Yeah, we are in 11th and you were in 10th. So
let's go, man. You know what I'm saying? We out here, man.
Up, here we go.
Yeah,
slowly.
It's crazy. Big up, Staffy. I see you. You lot continue to get your questions in as well. Over 90 people in there, only at 52 likes, man. Girls up to 80 likes. Like check 1212. Let's girls up to 80 likes and subscribe because I know there's some new people. Cause I see new usernames and new Abbies in the chat. It don't have to be Manchester United related. Your question can be anything football related.
Keep
basketball,
them
boxing. Hey, fuck you in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of you lot.
Keep all Man United, man. You know what I mean? Let's give all Man United. Let's focus all on Man United, man. Let's not leave Flawless alone.
Two more subscribers. Get us to 8,260. There's over 90 people in here. Hit the subscribe button, man. hit the subscribe button.
You know, Warrior J93 has got a nice little question that I want to answer because you guys know.
Yeah, get to it.
I watch League One. Yeah, PSG. Yeah, I said this last week that Newcastle can beat PSG. I said this multiple times. If you watch PSG this season under Luis Enrique, they have been abysmal. I'll be real. Barring Marseille, they beat Marseille 2-0. I think it was 4-0, sorry, right? But the problem with that Marseille team is an absolute mess. I'll be real. Like, they sacked their manager. They've been using the assistant manager. Gattuso's coming in. Now they're probably about to be bought as Saudi owners. And Zidane is probably going to be now managing them if that's the case. So they've been a mess. That's the only team they've really beat competently. Other than that, they drew to the half. They've been drawing to they draw to another team which I forget what their name is actually right now. It begins with T, but we'll move here.
Toulouse.
Toulouse. I think it's Toulouse. Troy, yes, that's it. That's what it was. Yeah. So they've been losing to a bunch of these. They've been drawn to a bunch of these teams. They've been passing all around. Then Bele, since he's been
before you go, I'm loving the Leeds slander in the chat as well. That's beautiful. Go on, carry on.
We all Leeds.
Yes, they lost to Nice to you. Thank you, David. I forgot they lost to Nice to you. They lost to Nice to you. Yeah, they lost to Nice, of course.
Fuck Leeds.
But as I was saying, Ousmane Dembele, he's been at PSG, has been a shadow of himself. He's been zero, not cooking at all, not assisting, not attacking. He's been getting locked up here by some championship level left backs. That's what I'm gonna say. So that's how bad he's been. Like Mbappe, or more like MPayPal, M Disney, you know what I'm saying, whatever you want to call him. Yeah, he's been mid. He actually been injured recently.
You call him MPayPal? Is that what you just
This rant by Ahmed fucking sucks.
Listen, man. Hey, listen. You mean, man? No, but Kolo Muani has been kind of like the same. Like, he's been really poor. He's only scored 1 goal essentially in the league this season. Like, he's been really, really bad. I'll be real. So, Goncalo Ramos, he's only started playing the last 2 games, so I'll give him a bit of leeway. Other than that, Marquinhos is a bozo, innit? We know Marquinhos is a bozo. Donnarumma, since he's come to that club, has been shit, and he's still shit. So it is what it is, isn't it? So that club is just a mess. And listen, Rennes, we're facing them this Sunday. If we beat them, man, we're top of the league, baby. So I'm saying PSG.
Who's your thingy team again?
Rennes, innit? You know what I'm saying? If you beat them this Sunday, we will be there no matter what.
Okay. Bro. And just to clarify, big up to Jude as well, because this is great. I love stuff like this. So he made 2 comments here, so I just want to get to this. Question for you, Flawless. And I'm not the brightest, so you're not going to have to help me out here. Newcastle United appointed Eddie Howe 5 months ago before Ten Hag, so both have been around roughly the same period of time, yet there's a world of difference. Is that a question?
That's not true, though.
No. Even forget that. Is that a question, Pio?
Not a question at all.
Oh, okay. Just to clarify that, I thought I was losing my mind.
No,
I just have to clarify.
You might have just said statement for you, Flawless. To deliver.
Like it is, because he said Ten Hag out needs to be a discussion. What do you want to discuss? You gotta ask questions.
I swear Eddie Howe got appointed in October or November.
Yeah, he did. He actually got paid when
the months don't add up there either in that statement.
Oh, it's wrong.
Yes,
I don't even know. Okay, first.
Yes.
So how long's Ten Hag been there? I mean, Ten Hag.
Well, Eddie Howe been at Newcastle. I want to say 7 months longer than Ten Hag.
Okay.
Between 6 to
basically, it's 2 years and the next couple of months or so.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
First.
Because remember, because he came just before the January window.
And if we want to shrink down the months to make it seem like it's not a lot of time, Eddie Howe, I want to say in his first season at Newcastle had 20-something league fixtures, and they've overhauled most of their team.
Mm-hmm. They brought Bruno Guimaraes in January. Remember that January they brought Bruno Guimaraes by the way, to stay up.
So I just wanted to clarify that. If you got questions to ask. You know what I'm saying? We can discuss anything.
We want to run Man United.
If we want to run agendas, there's better examples to point to.
But the thing is,
the obvious difference between Newcastle United and Manchester United is the change of ownership that actually happened. They changed owners. Steve Bruce basically publicly said, "Yeah, I'm not going to be here for a long time," and he wasn't. Which is probably what would happen if Manchester United changed owners, regardless of how many of you are emotionally attached to this manager in charge for whatever reason.
Yeah. And the thing is, you don't have to run agendas because the results are speaking for themselves. Why do you need to run agendas when the manager in bad form? Well, getting bad results.
It's not a real point to make. You could have said, if you wanted to run time is irrelevant because we're getting worse, you could have pointed to the Australian Greek guy at Tottenham. You could have pointed to him. Who else has done good in not that much time? Hey man, you could look at Gary O'Neill at Wolves, who for whatever reason are like there's 3 points clear of relegation, which I think nobody was prepared to say at the beginning of the season, considering they were a fairly consensus pick to go down. He just got thrown in like 4 days before the first game of the season. And look at them.
You could probably say, you could even probably say, look at Emery, bro. Emery, when he came to Aston Villa, they were in the dark place, bro. They were in the dark place
like I always say to people when they comparing Manchester United to managers at other clubs, the expectation is completely different. Completely different. And we're seeing that. Name the managers. Because when these managers get beat, when Eddie Howe takes a defeat, no one ain't talking about it. I'm saying it's not a conversation like that. When De Zerbi's a prime example, Emery's a prime example. Did they not get clapped 5-0 on the opening day by Newcastle?
They got clapped. They lost 3-2.
5-1.
Yeah,
no,
they lost 3-2 to like a Polish team.
And you know what? Exactly. Manchester United won 1-0 against Wolves, and it was more. We received more criticism for winning the game than they did losing 5-1. Just to put it into perspective, people. A whole different conversation. To Ibrahim, who says, Flawless, would you take LVG back as interim after Ten Hag gets the sack? No, I don't want LVG back. Absolutely not. No, I don't want him back. I don't want Oli. I don't want anyone we've had here previously back. You know what I'm saying? If Ten Hag does get sacked, go get a new manager.
These guys aren't sacking manager mid-season.
Yeah. I'm just saying hypothetically, I don't think he gets sacked either. I think
Mourinho, man. Mourinho. We need Mourinho back at United, man.
I'm not getting back third time at Chelsea, man.
Where you can't win, unless it's to the point where you actually can't get any results, they're gonna just let it go until the summer. They've already basically stopped spending money to improve the team.
Yep.
Like they're waiting. Why would you sack a manager and appoint a manager if you're trying to sell the asset?
The only way they'll sell it basically is that if it starts like affecting their bottom line or like whatever, how much they're gonna be able to sell the shares. That's the only way they're gonna sell. They're gonna let Ten Hag go, in my opinion. But we'll see.
Bro, it's not gonna happen.
Which is not gonna happen either. Yeah, of course.
He's gonna get enough results. They'll finish like 6th or 7th or whatever. And maybe you sell it in the summer. Whoever comes in says, Ten Hag, don't even bother trying to show up. You're not welcome here, and then you go from there. But
it's literally coming out that Bruno and Maguire combined have cost United more than they've helped the team, but no one going at them like they did Pogba and Fred. Why? Maguire, I disagree with part of this. Maguire definitely receives heavy criticism. As for Bruno, I think it's happening now, Kaneki. I think even Bruno stands I've seen now criticizing. That I see much less of a defense of him just in general, whether it's people in comment sections, whether it's content creators, whether it's on social media, whether it's mainstream media. I'm seeing more and more conversations about him. And that's one thing Ten Hag has done by giving him the captaincy, is put him even more under the spotlight. So that's just legit what it is. But yeah, man, like people going, you know what it's like. People gonna run agendas. And just quickly to Jude, he says Ten Hag being talked about when United lose has no relevance to him being shit. Nobody said that. I don't know what you're talking about, Jude. Nobody said that. Tired of people being in comment section talking about stuff that nobody said. Like put at somebody. Like what are we talking about here? But we move. You lot continue to, and we will, Warrior Jake. Don't worry, man. We're gonna run predictions shortly. Get Timo's predictions. We're defo gonna do that. See what he's got for us this week. Ain't that right, Timo?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. You already know. Hey, over 90 of you lot in here. Share this across the socials, please. Make sure you follow at Sarcasm City TV everywhere. Get over 100 people in here and hit the like button as well. Only at 58 likes. Like check 1212, man. Get us up to 80 likes, people. Get us up to 80 likes. Hit the subscribe button as well. We're at 8,258 still. Get us over 8,260. Get us over that, people. What are we talking about? All right, cool, Jude. Cool. All right. Let's see what else you lot are saying in the chat in regards. Questions, people. Questions. Get your questions in. Pesbian says, don't you feel like the manager is learning on the job dealing with big personalities and profiles? Any manager you bring to Manchester United is learning on the job because there's only a handful of jobs out there that are like it. And if a manager goes to a Real Madrid and is successful, Manchester United are not going to be able to go get him. Or if a manager goes to Liverpool and is successful, or Bayern Munich, we're not going to be able to go and get him. It's a handful. So any manager we bring in is going to be learning on the job. Every manager, go get whoever you want, is going to be learning on the job, be dealing with that. Mourinho was probably the exception, but he was over the hill at that point. He was done. That's why he's done nothing of note since. This is why he's never won. Before that, he hasn't won a Champions League or a domestic league title since then. I think his last one was Chelsea. When did he win? Was it 2000? When did he win with you lot? He didn't even win with you lot the second time. Yeah, before he went to United. When was his last domestic league title win?
2015 probably, you know?
2015. And we're in 2023. And he ain't winning one anytime soon. So yeah, any manager you deal with, any manager you're gonna.
Hey man, he's got a European. Listen, don't be doing that to my boy. He's got a Conference League, man. Don't do that to him.
Again, comprehension skills. I said Champions League, man. Yeah, I said Champions League or domestic league title. You
United.
Oh yeah, shout out Troops, by the way.
Hey, larger troops every single time.
Losing to Lens, the big up troops. You know what I'm saying? Love and guidance. I mean, we don't do that around here.
Shout out troops every single time. Hey, back again podcast. But out tomorrow, people. You know what I'm saying? Back again podcast out tomorrow. V1, big up for the super chat. He says, off topic, best 11 combined, United, Chelsea from 05 and ability only. Kola Evra, Makelele or Owen Hargreaves, Scholes or Lampard, Rooney or Drogba. Jesus Christ.
Makelele or who?
Makelele or Owen Hargreaves?
Who?
Ashley Cole. Who?
This guy is wilding.
That's
not wild.
No. Again, listen, I'm saying to the question. You know what I'm saying? You trying to start a war. Let's not do this. The Chelsea fans are going to pick their lot, and I'm going to pick the United lot to answer your big up.
You're going to pick Owen Hargreaves over Makelele?
Absolutely. For shameless purposes, yes. Yes.
And that's why your team's losing right now. That's why your team's losing right now, mate.
Yeah, my team's losing right now because I picked Owen Hargreaves.
No, I don't blame him because Christensen was going in over Vidic.
See, there we go. Exactly.
Are we actually making 11 about this, or are we just
he said, all right, let's answer it seriously, but he said from United and Chelsea from 05, so that's mean from 05 to now. Is that what you're talking about? All right, cool. Let's run it real quick. I can check goals and goal. That's cool. What right backs you lot got?
We don't really have any, so we got to put Gary
That's
Neville.
A good one, actually. Yeah.
Nah, he said from 05 to now because 05 Gary Neville was.
I'm gonna put Aspie.
All right, we'll go Aspilicueta. Cole gets center, gets left back. Rio Ferdinand's definitely one of the centre backs.
Terry is the other one.
Terry's cool. Terry's cool. Midfield, of course, Makelele gets in. Makelele gets in. Scholes gets in.
Lampard.
You want to have Lampard? Fine. Let's take Lampard.
Playing 4-3-3.
Eden. We need Eden on the left.
3-3. Eden left. Ronaldo right, and then striker.
Drop up top.
Rooney. That's a tough Rooney.
I'm going. That's a tough one. I'm going Rooney, but that's just me.
You go with Rooney.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Wait, hang on.
That Drogba and Hazard combination.
No. The context of Drogba is this like a final, one-off game, something like that? Because he's clutch.
Oh yeah, it's a league run or a cup
He's clutch.
This is just the best 11, guys. This isn't like
just the best 11. Yeah.
Oh, so it's a one-game thing, Drogba.
Fuck it then. Put Shevchenko.
I don't know how best 11 is a one-game thing.
Best 11.
If it's a one-game thing, I'm taking Drogba.
Yeah, but we don't. It's not implied that it is.
I'm making up my own rules.
Okay.
I'm taking Drogba.
We're just trying to. All right.
Yeah.
We had an honest conversation for about.
There's a few other platform names that you could put in there as well.
All right, fine. Put Rooney in. Whatever.
But yeah, that V1. I hope that answered the question. You trying to start a war with these combined ones? Yeah, definitely.
There's no war to start, man. You need to worry about a current club, man. We have to worry about.
I don't know. I don't think this is any of these are really hard picks.
I could really debate but I didn't think about it from 05. I'm trying to remember.
You really can't though.
Ballack over who, Timo?
Ballack does not get in this team.
Over who?
No. I said Ballack will be on the bench at least.
Yeah, but we're not going bench. We're talking 11.
There's no bench in a best 11, buddy.
Yeah, it's best 11. It's literally Makelele, Scholes, and one over. That's who it is.
Like it's
those two are
Makelele, Scholes, maybe the centre backs, just depending on preference.
See, I would have.
It's real and Terry. It is real and Terry.
No, man will still make an argument for Carvalho or Vidic.
Carvalho's quality though, still. Carvalho's
quality.
But he's not better than real. If you want to put him up over Terry, cool.
Hey, man.
Hey,
if you want to put him over Terry, cool.
Let's do it.
I think he's the most. I've said this. I think he's the most underrated centre back in Premier League history. So we can do that.
Yeah, for inclusivity purposes, yeah.
Who's that, Johnny Evans? So Johnny Evans. He's still playing.
Right, so we'll go Carvalho and Real. Yeah, we'll go Carvalho and Real.
Hey, whoever said Conte has to get in, he does not.
Yo, Makelele, we literally, the role is named, it's called the Makelele role. It's named after him.
If we're making a best 11, putting Conte in a role that like he never actually really played doesn't seem like that would hold up.
Exactly.
But we're not going to put him box to box because Scholes and Lampard are right there. I would rather play 4-4-2 and play Drogba and Rooney, and probably take out Lampard and just play Makelele and Scholes.
Hey, that works. Yeah, we could do that.
But like, if we want to go 4-3-3 and pretend that both of our teams use those shapes during this time when we really didn't, then like, no, we didn't forget Fabregas. We didn't forget.
I'll put this in the chat. Shameless.
The real debates with this hypothetical question come with making the squad of 18, more so than making an 11, in my opinion.
That's nuts. But
no, we didn't forget Fabregas. We didn't forget Conte. Great players, but in this like niche question, I don't think they.
No, you can't put Keane in there from 2005. He was washed. 2005.
Yeah, it wasn't the same. That's what this was people specific. That's why I didn't put Gary Neville on.
He said from an all-time 11. Like,
he said from 05, and Keane wasn't. He was still good, but he wasn't from 05. Daniel says, statement by me. Big up for the super chat. Doncaster Rovers in the building. Brighton are a Tin Pot club. The fans that support Brighton is their second team, LOL, and we all hate Leeds scum. I respect how you spent peace to say we all hate Leeds scum. I respect it, Daniel. You know what I'm saying? I do respect that. I was at 110%. Hey,
Leeds are fine, man. Leave Leeds alone.
Hey, for the shop. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, you are baby Leeds. And to Staffy, just to get to this, who says, what's the difference between big up and large up? Question from a curious New Yorker. It's the same thing, Staffy.
Yeah, same thing.
It means the exact same thing. So whether you say big up or large up, is the same exact thing. But big up to Staffy.
Hey, big large up to people, man. Big large up.
Big large up. This fucking fool,
large big ups. Large big ups to you.
This guy. Hey, Daniel, big up, man, for the super chat. Appreciate it. I see you. What's going on? Are you lot just joking in the chat? Hopefully, there's no actual genuine beef. Are you lot just clowning? I hope you are anyway in the chat. Don't be beefing.
Yeah, we need some more United content, man. Yeah, we need some more United
content, man. She's on a rampage today, man.
Yeah. Oh, is it Victoria? Leeds fans in it, no class. You know what I'm saying?
We need some United questions, bro. Come on, lads. Give us some
people get your questions in.
United
best 11. This is Kaneki, so he put Van der Sar, Ivanovic, Rio, Terry Cole, Makelele, Scholes, Lampard, Rooney, Drogba, Ronaldo.
Rooney, Drogba, Ronaldo. Go to hell, man.
Man left out Hazard. I respect it.
Where's Hazard?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, man. Where's Hazardinho, man? Come on, man.
I respect it.
Hard. What?
I respect it.
I don't know how you can leave the best goalie in Premier League history out, but
yeah, man, that's crazy, man.
Trying to sneak Van der Sar in there like we didn't.
Yeah, Van der Sar, yeah, whatever, man.
Van der Hu, man. Van der Hu, man. Van der Hu, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Van der Hu, man.
Yeah, Van der Sar.
I respect it highly, man.
Of course, you respect it, man.
I respect it highly. Did I not put check in mine?
Shut up.
Yeah, exactly. Hold that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Did I not put check in mine?
Yeah, Van der Sar's putting check in his team if he's asked the question. Let's be honest.
Hold that.
Yeah, what Champions League win for you lot in 08? But yeah, bump up the likes,
That's
people.
fine. We was there.
Subscribe on people.
That wasn't necessary, man.
Right, what I'm saying.
What a win against
Champions League win for you this year?
Yeah, man. What a win against Galatasaray, man.
We've won more than you this year. What are we talking about? We've won more than you this year.
You've won lost.
Hey, where's your Summer Series championship?
You may have won.
Let's pull up whatever group table you're in, mate. Let's do it.
Bro,
let's pull up yours as well. Let's pull up Chelsea's group table.
Copenhagen, huh?
What 2018 FA Cup that was for you?
Yeah, real shit, Fatta. Premier League champions. Come on.
What's this? Wait. What is that?
That's a Premier League championship.
No idea what that is. This guy trying to run Champions League.
There's a Premier League badges on there and everything. That's the Premier League. The Premier League champs.
We saw you.
Yeah, we in it. You hating from outside the club. You can't even get in.
That's fine. That's exactly what we're going to do. Exactly what we're going to do.
You might drinking too much.
You're not going to be in it for long. You're about to be thank you fans for our Champions League run in like 3 weeks, mate. It's all good.
Oh, Jesus.
Listen, man. What I'm gonna say.
Thursday comps.
You think we finish in third? Does he know? Yeah, go on, carry on.
Hey, man.
What I'm gonna say. Fix your toilets.
Copenhagen, I need you to lose.
Fix your toilets, man.
Man thinks we had to.
Although I saw them against Bayern, I don't know. They might beat you.
Fix the toilets and pipes, rollers, man. Fix the toilets and pipes, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I mean, we're like we all over the floor, man. Allah, man, have some shame.
Yeah, great joke, mate. Bump up the likes, you lot. subscribe. Make sure you hit the subscribe button as well, man. We're only at 61 likes, still low. Continue to get your questions in as well. And we actually, you know what we're gonna do? We will actually run through. This is always an interesting segment of the show. We will run through the Premier League games from this weekend coming up. I get everyone's predictions. Yes, we do. Yes, because this is a great part of the show. If you don't want to be involved, fam, that's calm. You know what I'm saying? I just skip over you, no problem. Luton versus Tottenham. Ahmed, go to you. Luton, Tottenham.
I think that's a comfortable. I think 2-0 win for Tottenham at 12:30.
All right, cool. What are you saying, Timo?
2-0 to Tottenham.
2-0 Tottenham. Surfer?
I mean, absolutely batter them 5-0.
Lewis?
Sadly, I'm going to go 3-0 to the Bastards. Oh, no, sorry, Tottenham. Need to be specific.
This guy. All right, Jesus, some of these games. Actually, we'll go to this next. Burnley, Chelsea. Ahmed, we'll go to you.
3-0 Chelsea. 3-0 Chelsea.
I think this will be a bit of it will be very competitive, I would say, like the way they play and everything. I think it should be 2-0 Chelsea for me. 2-0 Chelsea.
Timo?
3-0 Chelsea.
Surfer?
3-0. Bloody hell.
They're getting giddy.
I think we'll scrape it 2-1.
2-1. What are you saying, Pio? This is your team.
Hey, man,
Well,
these guys
Parent
don't
Club.
know, man. 1-1.
Parent Club, innit? Sorry, Parent Club.
These guys don't know. 1-1.
Victoria, what a Premier League fixture for Leeds that is.
1-1. What are you saying, Lewis? 3-0.
3-0 Chelsea. If I can't be confident of this one, I'm fucked till December. So
Hang on a minute. Didn't Leeds get taken over by the 49ers?
Yeah, they did.
People. Yeah, hold that. Yeah, you Leeds fan. You got taken over by Americans too, yeah? You can hold that, yeah?
I didn't
Yeah,
know
hold
that.
Hold that in the championship.
We all Yanks.
Hold that on your Tuesday night, Saturday night football as well, yeah? Hold that, yeah? Hold that till you're visiting Hull this week, whatever it is. Hold that, yeah?
You know what? Let's look up this Leeds fixture, whatever this bullshit is.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm all for Leeds slander. Let's go.
Now you've done it. Now you've united and Chelsea against you. That's something you shouldn't do. You know that.
We all lay Leeds scum. We all lay Leeds scum. We all lay Leeds scum.
You know what? Let's pull up the championship table because I don't look below like the playoff places, and I know Leeds.
How are you going to slap us in the championship? You're not even in the same league, literally. You don't get us.
Are they in the cup? Did they get knocked out?
No, they probably because they're shit. That's why they got knocked out.
They got knocked out.
They got knocked out by Gary Neville's club.
Oh my God, you got knocked out by.
They lost to Salford.
Oh my God!
Oh my Gary Neville, you know. Oh my Gary Neville.
What league are they? Are they in League 2 yet, or what?
I think.
Wait.
Just to clarify, to dead in the water, you said why the Leeds hate. I'm Manchester United. Everyone else here is Chelsea. Explains it.
Yeah, figure it out, man.
Yes,
hey, I'm just saying that Leeds Stadium looks the same when Tony Yeboah scored in '95. That's all I'm saying.
Right, let's get back to the fixtures.
Oh, you know what's happened, Tori? Even Flores are feeling sorry for you, man. He's backing us off the lead tape.
Facts. I never thought. I can't believe it. And speaking of stinkfest like Leeds, Fulham, Sheffield United. We'll go to you, Ahmed. Fulham versus Sheffield United.
You know what, man? I think Fulham, they have to win this, so I'm going to give them a 1-0.
1-0. Timo.
1-1.
Surfer.
Big old stinkfest. I'm gonna go 2-1 Fulham.
2-1 Fulham. Lewis.
0-0 stinkfest.
All right, cool. Ahmed, you enjoyed this Manchester United Brentford. Ahmed.
You know what, man? It's a difficult fixture, you know what I'm saying? The two teams that are similar, you know what I mean? Stuff. I think for me, though, it's going to be 2-0 Brentford.
2-0 Brentford. What are you saying, Timo?
2-2.
Surfer?
Yeah, what happened?
Oh, yeah. Did he not score an own goal?
Who did?
Aston Pinion. Is he in your
No, he's injured. He's injured.
Oh, is he injured? Oh.
Yeah, he's out for a bit of time now. Yeah.
This is not good.
I got to change my team. I think you'll beat Brentford 1-0, but it won't be a pretty game at all. You know what I mean?
Fez? What are you saying about this, Pio?
What game were we talking? Brentford?
United Brentford. Yeah.
Hey, man, that's super team. 0-0 draw. Let's do this.
Cool. Oh yeah, that's what I asked you because this is your team. Lewis will be back shortly, so we'll get it.
Super team.
Jesus.
We got
We'll stay with you, Peter. Everton, Bournemouth.
Sean Dyche, real men. 2-0.
Agreed. Seth, what are you saying? Everton, Bournemouth.
They just lost to Luton. Jesus. 1-0.
Timo.
I'll go 2-1. Everton.
2-1 who? 2-1 Everton. Ahmed?
Can you repeat this picture for me if you don't mind, boss man?
Everton, Bournemouth.
I think Bournemouth will get one here, 2-0.
2-0. Okay. First. Staying with you, Ahmed. Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest. How's that the late kick? Fuck off. Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
You know what, man? Crystal Palace out without Eze, I think, for 6 weeks now, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken.
Jeez, is he injured for that long? I didn't know.
Yeah, he's injured for that long. So it's looking sticky. But I think they can get something from this Nottingham Forest game.
Pause.
Pause. But like, you know what I mean, they got Cherry. That Cherry's not doing anything. He's not got the cooking it. He's just moist. So you know what? 1-0 Crystal Palace. Up the Eagles, man. Up the Eagles.
Timo?
0-0.
What first? Sefo?
I would need Stocks to rise, man. He's not been balling out like he has been the early part of the season. I'm gonna go 1-0.
No. Pia?
Fucking, I don't even remember what the fixture is. So let's just go 1-0 Palace.
Palace Forest. That was what it was. Yeah, I know it is.
That sounds about right.
All right, into Sunday's games, which are actually better. Battle of the Europa League teams. Brighton, Liverpool. Ahmed.
Brighton versus Liverpool. You know what, mate? Liverpool about to smack these guys up 3-0. I'll be real.
3-0.
3-0 Liverpool.
Timo?
I'll say 2-2.
Two apiece first. And I'll get to the super chats as well, you like. Don't worry about it. Surfer.
Okay, so it's the first of the 2 p.m. derbies. I'm gonna go right now. They just got smashed by Villa, didn't they? 6-1.
They got now.
And
They
of
got
course,
Marseille.
and of course, the new People's Champions Liverpool Football Club, because they step up, they stand up for everyone's rights. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. They're superheroes. Some superheroes don't wear capes, flawless, as we know. Do you know what I mean? They'll stand up. I'm sure if they get any VR decisions their way that aren't good, they'll want to replay the Brighton game straight after it finishes. But I'm going to go 3-1 Liverpool.
3-1 Liverpool. Pia.
1-0 Brighton.
First. Over two. Well, one and the other 2 p.m. kickoffs. Ahmed. West Ham, Newcastle.
Oh, there's loads.
Ooh, that's a good one. Still, I can't lie to you, man. I'm gonna say a 1-1 draw on that one.
1-1 draw. Timo.
I'll go for 3-3 draw.
3 apiece. Okay. Surfer.
Was that West Ham Newcastle? Was it?
Yep. Yeah. West Ham Newcastle.
2-0 Newcastle.
Pia.
1-0 West Ham.
Okay. First. Next, the last 2 p.m. kickoff. Midlands Derby. Wolves, Aston Villa. Shout out Villa.
Peace, what you told me?
Villa. Ahmed. Wolves, Villa.
It's gonna be a competitive game, but I'm gonna say 2-1 Aston Villa.
Timo.
2-2.
Surfer.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Villa.
Pia, I guess you don't care about this game whatsoever.
I don't. But 3-0 Villa.
And the big game, and the last one of the weekend, big game, title chasing contending teams. Arsenal versus Manchester City. Ahmed, floor's yours.
Manchester United 2, Arsenal 0. Manchester
City,
City,
you mean?
Yeah, Manchester City 2, Arsenal 0.
So you got City 2-0. Timo.
I'll go City 4-3. It's gonna be good.
What the hell?
You say 4-3? I knew we would get one crazy one from Timo. Fair 7-goal thriller. Yeah, I hope you're right. I hope it is a 7. That'll be at least entertaining. So
Saka, he'll play Saka even if he's only 2% fit. This guy, you know what I mean? He's gonna break this kid. I swear to God. Reason Saka won't have a long career is because of Arteta, by the way. I'm going to go 2-1 City.
2-1 City. Pio?
3-1 City. Holland scores twice.
Fez. So yeah, that is your predictions, people. You know what I'm saying? Big up Warriors.
Let's do the internationals.
V1 says super chat. I mean, V1 said in the super. Hey, V1 big up for the super chat. Says 2030 World Cup held in 6 countries across 3 continents. Is this right? I don't know. This is news to me.
No, it was Morocco, Spain, and Portugal.
No, yeah, plus Uruguay, and there's two other teams in South America.
Because they want to put Uruguay, Paraguay.
No, the message is correct. So 2030 World Cup is going to be the 100th anniversary of the inaugural tournament, right? So Uruguay, Paraguay, and I'm missing another country in that. Might be Argentina?
Oh, yeah, it's Argentina.
Yeah, so they were 3 of the original teams in the original competition. So for some tradition and history bullshit, they're going to allow those 3 South American countries to host the first 3 games of the tournament. I'm not sure how that's going to work logistically, because then you're going to have to jet halfway across the world and play in 5 days or so with, just how the fucking tournament works, considering it's going to be held in Southern Europe and Northern Africa. But, the message is correct. It is a bit weird. I read about it today while I was eating lunch. Seems like a good idea, but if you want to have a 100th anniversary tournament, just have that shit in South America, in my opinion.
Because was the first one not in Uruguay?
It was.
Yeah, was the first tournament not in Uruguay?
Yep, I think so.
So.
Yeah,
so they won because they won the first World Cup in Uruguay, if you remember.
I thought so. But yeah, that's crazy if they're doing that. It's like, I don't know why they complicating simple matters for anniversary, but this is FIFA we talking about.
Never mind, they're going to have 6 automatic qualifiers because of this.
Yeah, 6 countries across 3 continents. Well, I will be, though, the next World Cup. That one stateside, I will be there, people.
You're also forgetting that it's going to be like a 48-team tournament, so the 6 automatic qualifiers don't really matter anymore. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, but the idea of almost half of the automatic South American spots being handed out to those countries, whatever.
Yeah,
they're gonna do what they want.
Yeah, I
enjoy South American qualifying, so I think none of them should ever have automatic spots, and they should always.
I like the bloodbath of the American.
I just think having a round robin table for 3 years is fascinating.
Yes,
I think it's amazing.
Does that mean Morocco? Does that mean Morocco gets the automatic place then?
Yes, everybody who's hosting the tournament. So Morocco, Spain, Portugal, Uruguay,
Spain and Portugal,
Argentina, and Paraguay will all get automatic spots.
I mean, this is almost as stupid as the Euro 2021 when it was all in different countries. Remember?
Yes.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, it's dumb. It's like it takes away from the tournament.
It's like, because there's a legitimate thing to say that if you're following a country, one of your games will be in Uruguay and the next game could be in Morocco.
Yes, that's the problem.
Do you know what I mean?
One's in South America and the next one's in Africa.
Imagine the plane tickets. Imagine you're trying to book something, right, for the first game. And do you know what? Where's the next game? It's in Morocco. Oh, let me just take out a second mortgage because I'm going to follow my damn country. Do you know, take out a frigging loan or something.
From a fan perspective, yes, but you want to talk the players' perspective, right?
Oh, the players, yeah, they're all about player welfare, aren't
You've got 6 days max in between games, and you've got to fly across the world, across, I think it's 6 time zones. If you're playing in Morocco from the East Coast time zone that most of South America is in.
And by the way it is, it's not like it's not like they're right next to each other. It's like even like a smaller 8-hour flight. They probably have to stop over in another country to actually get there. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's not, they can't travel that far. It's that health and safety won't allow them to travel so much in an airplane due to any heart issues or something like that. They'll have to stop over in an airport probably for about 5 hours. You know what I mean? And then go over like that. But it's okay because they're in first class. And it's like, well, that's not the point. Do you know what I mean? You got to adjust to time zones, you got to adjust to conditions, stuff like that. And it's just. I mean, I don't understand all these like everything that's wrong with football, they don't address. But it's like, okay, let's just send the guys all around the world, like some PR tour or something like that. Like I can understand if it was like, yeah, well, you know what? These groups are going to be in Uruguay. These groups are going to be Morocco. These groups are going to be Spain. I have no problem with that whatsoever. But legitimately, they're going to have like, I bet you they won't do that. I bet no one will say that. They'll have like literally, oh, here's the first 2 games in Uruguay. Oh, your last one's in Morocco or Spain or Portugal. It's like, what's the point? It's just complete waste of time. If they are to do that with groups are specialised in one country, then they have no problem with that whatsoever. I just hope they do that.
I genuinely feel like I can run a World Cup in terms of the logistics better than the people who plan stuff for FIFA.
Yeah.
Like,
do you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking this. One game will be in Paraguay. One game's going to be in Morocco, and one game's going to be in Spain for one of the groups. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. This whole thing is ridiculous.
I just don't get it. Like, even for a 48-team World Cup where you've got 12 groups of 4, you could have 4 games a day, and every 5th day can be an off day from the tournament, which they're never going to do. But if we're really concerned about player safety and welfare, inserting 3 off days during the group stage, just extend the tournament by 3 days when you're already going to have to extend it by a minimum of 4 days. So make it like a 5.5-week tournament instead. Whatever, it's running into the summer. Start the next season.
Make it like the Rugby World Cup's on right now. If people don't know, do you know how long that tournament is? It's like 7 weeks, but that's because of the physicality of the sport, and that's in one country, in France, right? That's just because of that. You're asking these guys. I mean, why not do this? I know. Why not have one? England can play their opening game in Wembley. You know what? Their second game, they can play it in Sydney. You know what I mean? And then the third game, you know what? Let's make history. Let's build a fucking stadium in Antarctica or wherever the fuck they want to put this. Do you know what I mean? On the base of the moon. I mean, this is just, honestly, I know, oh, we want to spread football around the world. That's fine. We'll just pick one country per tournament. What was so bad about picking one country before? I mean, everyone's going, yeah, but what about USA and Mexico and Canada? Yeah, but these countries are connected. We're talking about Paraguay, Morocco, and Portugal. It's not fucking connected. If you have to swim across, or if you have to sail across to get to somewhere, that's not a short distance.
Facts.
Okay?
It's not like England to Scotland or something like that.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's not. Yeah, it's not, or even like, oh,
it's not America to Canada.
It's like, oh, there's gonna be games in Toronto and New York. I know that's far as well, but it's not that far. Do you know what I mean? It's like
Toronto and New York is like an hour flight.
Like an hour. You can drive there. You can literally drive.
It's that
there.
close like that.
The flight is only an hour.
But even the drive would be less than.
Drive would be like 4.5, 5. But yeah, you can do it.
But unless they go, oh yeah, do you know what? Where are you going? I'm at Morocco for my first game. Oh, where's the second game? Oh, it's in Paraguay. So what the fuck? You know, it's just Jesus Christ Almighty.
Yeah, the thing with the U.S. World Cup that I really want to see, and I'm curious, and I think FIFA will just botch this spectacularly, is people who don't live here in this continent don't understand how big it is.
It's huge.
So people hear Los Angeles, and they hear like Atlanta, and they hear New Jersey, right? You hear like, or New York City, and you think, oh yeah, whatever, you just hop on a plane, whatever. That's a 4.5-hour nonstop flight from one coast from Los Angeles to Atlanta. To go from Atlanta to New York is like 3.5 hours on a plane. And then to go from New York back to LA is like 6 hours. So like it's all like very time consuming. And if you're going to have this World Cup over here and you're going to have 48 nations, what I don't want is people who've already spent an arm and a leg to get into the country and like the accommodations for this tournament to have to then fly from one coast to another for a meaningless group game. Jeez. Like we have enough host sites, group them together geographically. So sorry if you want to see Jamaica, they're just going to be in either the southeast, closest to Jamaica, so the actual Jamaicans don't have to fly to fucking Seattle or fly to fucking Canada. You know what I mean? Or if you want to see England, maybe England just stays on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Maybe England are in New York, maybe they're in Atlanta, maybe they're in like Philadelphia or whatever, right? you want to see like Korea, or you want to see, let's say, like Japan. Maybe Japan are playing in Seattle. Maybe they're playing in LA. Maybe they're even playing in Mexico. But like you're generally on one side of the continent.
Huh?
But like logistics it's not hard. It's just FIFA have to think about it, and I just think they're not going to care. You're going to end up having people traveling 4,000 kilometers on a plane just to go from one group game to another, and then for the next one go 2,500 more kilometers, and they just don't need to do that.
No facts. I think it's just, again just governing bodies being governing bodies. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. But yes, go on, fam. Go on.
We all have maps. It ain't hard. Like for my job, I kind of do stuff like this where I like look at a map and we'll plot things and say what should I do in the most efficient time and like way. And like we all got Google Earth. It's fucking. You can get the premium FIFA. You can afford it. It costs $10 a month. I have that shit. And like just look at it and just think a little bit. It's not hard to plan mass events to want to. It's good to want to incorporate regions of the world that don't usually get this stuff. But it does no good to send them from one end of the globe to the other in the middle of a group phase. Like, be smart.
Makes no sense. And that being said, people, speaking of World Cup 2026, the World Cup that is stateside, Canada, Mexico, I will be out there. Sarcasm City TV link up, people. So make sure you pull up. You got 3 years. You know what I'm saying? So pull up. I will be out there. Closer to the time, we will work out the logistics of everything. But yes, I'm definitely looking to get out there for that. Like I say,
we are not traveling all over the States, guys. Just for you.
Oh no. Like I say, we got
one.
Yeah, be one place.
West Coast.
I'm saying I'm gonna go east because I got family there, but I hear that. You know what I'm saying?
I would suggest if we can to spend a majority of the time out west, because the time for the matches and sports are just better on the West Coast time.
Okay.
Like it's just more amenable. Like you're gonna have games early afternoon, but the games at night are gonna end at like 9 o'clock instead of end at midnight. But like obviously, Flawless has family out there. We do what we got to do.
Yeah. I'm definitely gotta go. I can't fly over and not.
But yeah, we ain't doing this New York to Seattle to fucking.
No.
We're not doing that, guys.
No.
We won't probably even go to any. We might not even go to any of the matches. We'll just do watch.
Yeah, no, it's a link up. Like that's the thing is, people to go out there. It's like one, obviously, man wants to meet the American dons, P or Eddie. You know what I'm saying? Alam's going to travel over as well. And it'd be good to link up with everybody and we'll do that occasional watch along, but more so I'm actually going to enjoy and you know what I'm saying, the World Cup. You know what I'm saying?
Guys, we could do it. We could do an in-person watch along.
We'll do the couple. Definitely down for that. I'm definitely down to do a couple.
I got mics and shit.
Oh yeah, man.
I got a mixer and everything. I actually do have all that stuff.
I bet we'll make that happen 100%. I'm looking forward to it. Big up to Sheik as well. Says big up the panel as always. He said since we did 2005, how about a current combined 11 of Chelsea and Man United for jokes? Also,
they're all shit.
Oh, man.
I don't want to do it.
You know what? We can have an 11 of Man United. It don't matter. I don't want to get depressed.
Yeah, I just thought about it like so bad. Like Onana or Sanchez. You know what I'm saying? Dalot.
So we have like Enzo.
I can't put Rick. Can we put Egypt players in there?
We can put like Enzo, Casemiro, and your captain.
We put injured players in.
Yeah, you could probably put that. Yeah, so we could I'll probably say what Sanchez in goal, Risa right back, left back.
Martinez and whoever in centre back.
Yeah, man, that's it's a bit. It's just depressing.
We do a Martinez and a 40-year-old Thiago Silva.
Probably, yeah. Let's do that.
Left back is my god.
Probably have to put short. We probably have to put short.
I'm a better left back.
You know what? This is why we're in like 10th and 11th or whatever we're in.
Yeah.
This is not good. This is not a good one. This combined team is not good, guys. Don't know what to tell you. But Hoyland up front because I don't know. Left wing Rashford, is that a thing? Right wing Sterling. Yeah, this is not great. That team might get you 8th. So but big up for the super chat.
I actually, you know what? Reading out that team, I actually hate that team. You know what I mean?
I don't like our team. I don't like their team. I don't like.
No, I just hate it. I just hate it. I just like looking at it and go, on paper, it doesn't even give you joy.
No, it's not like it's something I'd pay to watch or like seem remotely interested in even debating. We could just go in 11 to Man United if you guys want. Or we could go in 11 of Chelsea, and I still wouldn't watch.
Yeah, this is just bad. This is just bad all around, Sheik. You know what I'm saying? And that it's just
At
bad
least
all
in my
around.
brain, if we stuck like Brentford and Brighton together, we'd get like a decent team.
Yeah, like I don't even.
But, like we have 2 clubs worth of left backs who are all not good.
Yeah, who plays left back
in the combined team can't stay fit.
Reece
Our
James,
center
yeah.
back pairing is a guy with like a foot problem who's 5'7", and Thiago Silva who's 40 years old. So like that's not great. We have one goalkeeper who can't stop shots, and we have one goalkeeper with the 0.5 fade who doesn't realize that he's a goalkeeper. And then so we have midfield. This isn't good. We can't score. We have.
Nah, the midfield's good though. The midfield's good.
Is it though?
Yeah, the midfield's good.
Are we sure?
Yeah, Enzo, Casemiro, Caicedo. Yeah. That's a good midfield.
Hey man, what about your captain, man? What about
who? All right, we're putting your you put in our captain. We're putting your captain. Bet.
Who's our captain? Genuinely,
Captain Connor, man. Don't do that. You know who
Gallagher?
he is, man. Yes, that's your captain.
Yeah, I forgot about him.
That's your captain. But that midfield slap. Don't get him mistake. That's a bad boy midfield. Enzo, Caicedo, Casemiro. That's a bad boy midfield.
Hey man, we are creating 0 goals, but I hear it.
It's nah. Don't do that. Casemiro's bad boy going forward. Yeah, best attacking midfielder.
Oh my god!
You know how many goals he's got this season? He's got like 4 or 5 goals.
Like 4. I don't know.
Yeah, man, that's impressive. You know what I'm saying, in our team, and he's got assists on top of that. Like, don't do that. Don't disrespect Cass. Like, don't do that in regards to him going forward.
Look, this team is washed.
And in the front line, yeah. The team's washed.
How I wish Nkuku hadn't got injured, then we'd have a quality player in there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, hey, sure, man. You know what I'm saying? Enzo can hold bench.
What do you mean, sharp?
Yeah, I just felt like saying, you know what? I just don't. It's just you. You know what I'm saying? At this point, it's just you.
Hey, look. One thing
I'm
not
going to have is the Martinez and
Varane center back.
What do you mean? What is this?
It's your voice, man. It's your voice.
The one thing I'm not going to have is a Martinez and Varane center back pairing. United have 11 goals in the Prem.
Hey, don't do that. Martinez and Varane they played together like twice.
I don't want 11 goals.
What was this? A current combined 11?
Current, yes, Lewis. Welcome back. Current combined 11. We're just
how far we got
to the attack. You know what I'm saying? We were trying to figure out who's in attack. The team's washed. The team's washed. What you mean? The team's washed.
We might
actually. That being said, it's not that bad. You know what I'm saying? It's right back, you got Reece James. Centre back, all right, go Thiago Silva, Martinez. This is fully fit as well. Left back, all right.
If we're not allowed to do a fully fit team, the team.
Nah, it's fully fit. Left back, who be going with left back? Timo, help us out here.
We're all
bad. DMing Gyal. You know what I'm saying? Who's the left back?
I don't want to put in Chilwell.
And make sure the Gyal you DMing is hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
I don't want to put in Chilwell. Cucurella doesn't want to be here. Luke Shaw's.
You know what? Let's put Amrabat in there, man.
Nah, I'm just gonna go Malacia.
Let's put Amrabat in there.
Nah, we're going Malacia. You know what? Go back to DMing the Gyal. Don't worry about it.
Put Colwell there. Put Colwell there.
Nah, we're going
Malacia. Hey man, left back Colwell.
He's been playing at left back. We can have this conversation.
Nah, we're going Malacia. I'm going Malacia. So we got Malacia. I got Malacia. I got Martinez, Thiago Silva, Reece James, Sanchez in goal.
Have you actually deeped a bigger discussion of how bad the left backs are? Not just in the league, generally in the league. And there's no actual, if you think about it, there's no top left back you could put in any European team in this Premier League right now.
Oh, facts.
Not even don't even try and tell me Andy Robertson, because he's been shit the last 2 years. Don't even try and do that.
Yeah, I think the team's not that bad though.
What about the midfield?
The midfield, we went Enzo, Caicedo, Casemiro.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's a bad boy midfield.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
And then the attack is where the problems lie.
The only problem with that midfield, right? That's a good midfield if you were like playing Liverpool style and had like Mane and Salah.
That's what we're going with, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, but I don't think we do have any. Well, we got Rashford, Sterling,
Højlund. Yeah, man, Rashford, Sterling, Højlund. That's pace and power galore. That's a solid top 4 side.
No, it is not.
Of course it is. That's a solid top 4 side.
Europe, maybe.
That is.
That's Europa League. That's Europa League conference right there.
Hey, man, I said conference. The disrespect, yo. The disrespect. They're disrespect.
I'm just saying, man. It's not a lot of GA from that midfield. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, Casemiro gonna carry them over 2 in terms of GNA. Don't worry about it. You got this. You got this. You got this. And yo, Enzo, man, he gonna step up. You know what I'm saying? You got Højlund in front of him.
Enzo Jeremias Fernandez, respect his name.
Yeah. And just to answer this as well from Joel, who says, Flawless, do you have a Champions League fantasy league? No, but if it's something you don't want me to set up, let me know and I'll set it up. We do have obviously the Premier League, Premier League Fantasy League, Sarcasm City TV. So if you want to join that, let us know and I'll drop the code in the chat, people. But hey, large up to you lot. We are gonna close out. Let's bump up the likes at 74. Let's get up to 80 likes as well. Big up to all the regulars. Tori, I see you large up as well.
Big up.
Big up to V1 who says Lewis, Zola or Hazard. Not sure if you've seen Zola. Probably a better
I'd
question.
say Hazard because I'm biased. I've watched him.
Yeah.
I can get to Zola week in, week out.
It's probably a bad question for Zerfo.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Jan Franco Zola. Oh, what a player. Ahead of before his time, Flawless. Before his time.
Oh, yeah, definitely before his time.
Honestly, he bought him in November for about 4.5 million and won Player of the Year that year. We signed in 96, 97. Won Player of the Year in 6 months.
Quality.
You know what I mean? Quality player. I remember when Roman Abramovich took us over and he left, I think, for Calgary, and Roman tried to buy Calgary because he wanted to keep Zola. I mean, this guy's there's we never retired it, but there's a reason that no one has ever won the 25 number before Caicedo. There's just a reason. I mean, he's just what a player he is. I mean, Eden Hazard, I can understand this generation choosing Eden Hazard. It's a generational thing, I think.
Yeah.
When it comes to that, Zola would be what the definition baller is now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Just
definitely.
the silkiest of players, man. I came to the reason we got him is because Ruud Gullit was at our club. That's the only reason we got Zola. Because Ruud Gullit was here, he was manager at the time. But yeah, just a brilliant. Yeah, I often think it's the same. It's not nearly it's not near as the effect, but he was sort of our Cantona signing.
I know what you're saying. Like he was a catalyst to kick for you.
Yeah,
to
catalyst
kick on.
to change the way we started winning things again. Do you know what I mean? Big part of that. What a player! I met him several times. I met him at signing. What a gentleman! Just a brilliant.
A nice guy on top of that.
Just a nice guy. That's you know what, I don't like the term proper Chelsea at all because I think it's other things, but he's Mr. Chelsea right there, Mr. Chelsea.
A nice guy. Yeah, class act. And speaking of things, not a class act. Yes, Jez, what are you saying before we close
opposite.
out?
My God, you go from the penthouse to the shit house with Jez arrives. Jesus Christ, oh my!
What are you saying, family? You good?
I don't know. Maybe I just need like an intro music, like everybody boo me or something. But...
Yeah, facts. No, you play the pantomime villain.
Music. You're a jobber. You're a jobber. No, the guy introduced who's already in the ring.
And Westbrook is going big up every single time as well.
But yeah, I'm good. I mean,
nobody asked.
I did ask in his defense. Go on, Jez.
I just actually came on asking like. Surely you guys talked about how overrated PSG or
Yeah, we discussed that. Someone asked about it earlier and just they're not even being overrated, just being plain bad. Yeah,
shit.
We did discuss.
No, that's the thing. But people think they're good though, because like my thing is, I just quickly want to mention, put my 2 piece in this spot. Now it's just that I've been saying this for times. When can we start actually saying that Dembele is actually not a good player?
I think this is the season for it because people are like, this is the move. We're gonna see the best of him. I think this is it. Like very similar to Bruno Fernandes. João Felix is now in that like, all right, you lot need to produce now. So I think the conversation is happening now.
I've been trying to have conversations, but like people trying to dodge conversations for many reasons. Obviously,
people don't want it, man. Of course.
Whatever. Like
when you saying Peter, you sound low. But go on.
No,
no stress. I mute him. It's cool.
Yeah, I think it's just somebody else. Yeah. Because I keep trying to say like, because I'm not even gonna look at all the new signings or so. Or I felt like none of the midfielders really was the issue at today's war. I mean, I said it earlier in the stream in the chat. Hey man, Mbappe's club career is looking funny as hell.
Facts. That's my guy. But that's my guy. But
it's so funny as how, and that's one of the reasons why I always push the fact that he should go to Madrid. But and all I'm saying is, if he signs a new contract there, it's not.
He can't do that. Yeah, man, you done doing up Harry Kane settings. No, none of that.
Yeah,
none of that.
So yeah, just quickly on saying.
No, I hear that. Love to everyone who has locked in. Hope you lot enjoyed the Q&A. You get them every Wednesday midnight, every Sunday midnight. Check out the upcoming live stream schedule here on the YouTube channel. Let you know all the shows that are indeed coming up. Make sure you subscribe to Lewis's channel. Subscribe to Ahmed's channel as well, the Bridge 258. The link for their channels are underneath in the description. And don't forget as well, this show and all the other shows on the channel are available on audio-only platforms, people. Audio-only platforms. So SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen to podcasts, type in Sarcasm City TV. And this show and all the other shows will pop up. So SoundCloud hit us with the follow. Spotify, make sure you follow us and 5-star us on there, Sarcasm City TV. And same with iTunes, Apple Podcasts as well. But some people don't want to have the YouTube app open. Some people might want to listen, like I always say, while you're cooking, while you're cleaning, driving, you're at work, on your way to work, you may be in the gym, just traveling about, whatever the case may be. So iTunes, make sure you 5-star us, leave us a review, and Spotify, follow us as well. Big up to everyone for all the super chats as well. Let me just name everyone real quick. In regards, big up Sheik V1 for his super chats, Daniel as well, Andy MU for all the super chats. Big up all the members of the channel. Big up all the mods, Warrior J, my guy. And big up all the new people as well. And we're going to continue to produce content right here on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. But back tomorrow, you probably won't get the Man United at 4:30 p.m. But midnight UK time, you'll get the Manchester United Arsenal show. Man United going to talk from the Arsenal. So myself and TJ talking all things, both defeats for both clubs in the Champions League. And of course, looking ahead to Arsenal's big game against Manchester City and Manchester United's big game against Brentford as well. But yeah, just keep a lookout, people. We're going to keep the content rolling. Before the end of the year as well, the gaming content will be getting stepped up. So pro clubs, that would be much more of a regular thing, plus other games as well. But we are going to run back pro clubs on EA 24. Big up to everyone who's tuned in. Make sure you follow the kick. Big up to Surfer as well, because he held down the watch along before I joined for the Newcastle PSG game. Eddie, I see you. So big up Flawless. Great stream again. All I can say is salute to you lot who continue to support, man. Real ones. For real ones. I'm saying each and every one of you lot, all the regular watchers, it'll be in the comment section, whether you watch it back, whether you're just a silent watcher, whatever the case may be. And we're just gonna continue to produce content, man. We ain't gonna stop, people. No days off. No days off. So love to everyone that's locked in. This has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.